Okay, okay. Sorry about that. We've just been wrangling a couple things, but hello everybody so far. We're gonna be starting up pretty soon. We're just wrangling up a host for the NA game. I think it's gonna be a couple more minutes before we can get the host up. The person hosting said that they'll need just a little bit of time, but I shall stall until we get him here. It's Anders. We love Anders. He's the best. He actually hosts a lot of these NA games. So we really appreciate him, and he needs just 5 minutes or something like that. So we shall stall. But okay, oh shit, I had this open. But hopefully we will get this going pretty soon. We're gonna probably start in about like 15ish minutes. We have 15 people up on the signups, so again there is room on the signups, and then I know a couple of people who are looking to play that aren't on the signups. So again, if you just want priority slots, please. Um, Sign up in the Discord, and we'll be starting pretty soon here. Games for 25 bucks US dollars. I think that's roughly like 20ish euros. Um, so hopefully we get a brawler match. Yesterday was pretty crazy. Uh, I saw a little bit of it. Navy being Campbell, kind of like just absolutely destroying in the end there. I think he had like 6 or 7 biggest rivals. That was super impressive to see, and we love to see the amount of brawling. I think he's got a game up. Oh, hold on. So we're getting pretty close. Double check the games. I think he is starting it up now. So again, Risk tournament game. 2 out of 24. Anders is the best. We love him. Oh my God, Merton's already here. We also love Merton. All right, Merton, I did your suggestion. I don't know if you're listening. Um, but I put the unit colors on different or whatever that option is, basically that each person's unit color shows on their health bar. So uh, you said that to me 2 weeks ago. I forgot to do it, but here we are. We're doing it this time. um, and I actually do think it'll improve a little bit. I don't know if it makes anything more laggy because I think you would have to register a different like unit bar each time, but I have no idea. Minimum that's 23 more unit bars, so I have no idea, but we'll find out together. I doubt it though. But I'm excited. We got that. I put the camera out a little bit more so that way you could see a little bit more of the action. I think I was like minus or dash cam 500 or 5,000, so switched it to 6K. But yeah, lobby is up, so please, please, please come and join us. Hopefully I'm live on both, which I think I am. I think I might have messed up some of the settings, but we'll fix it as we go. Let's see. Still got about 10 minutes before things are supposed to kick off too, so a little bit early, but we'll get this stuff going. A couple names I haven't seen before: Panda Poo, and Ragnar dropped immediately, but Freshness and Merton very often seen, especially in these NA games. Just gonna do a couple more DMs and hopefully we get this started soon. The sign up sheet, we got 15 people on the sign up sheet, so again, please, if you intend on playing or just want to play, if you've never played a tournament game, now's your chance. Super, super fun, super competitive. The best of the best come up, and it's for money. So if you want to attempt at winning some money, be super happy to see you here. Trying to snag Poo Monkey in here again, but not sure if he will. I'll spam DM him to see if he'll come, because I think he had a lot of fun last week doing another. It's been a while since he's hosted a game, so it'd be nice to actually see him do more, because he's a great caster, and he's just a funny guy. So I'm gonna try to sneak him in, but no promises. And if not, we'll do solo, and that's fine too. Ooh, Wolverine's here. Hell yeah, I love Peter. Peter's the best. And I am no one. Both people are solid players. Right now though, I'm not sure if Anders is intended on playing. I don't think he is. I think he's just being kind man and hosting the game for us. So I think that makes Fresh so far out of the 6 people are here. The best person in the lobby. Great TGer. I don't know if you guys have tried TGs yet. If you haven't, please check them out. You'll see the tag at TGTG, usually later in the NA time zones that we do those. So if you've never checked them out, please do so. Oh yeah, Martin, thanks. I didn't even see if it was. I didn't even notice, to be honest with you. Harakiri says he's coming soon, which is awesome. Love to see Harakiri. Axe is just an absolute pumper that he is. I messed up my thing, I think. I'm a professional. Yeah, a lot of fighting in yesterday's game. Great, actually a great game. I think Harakiri was in there. Um, but again, Navy pulling off the win last minute. I will fix, yeah, everything fixed now. That's good, good, good. Woo! I'm ready. Drayden? I think I've seen Drayden a few times. See if I'll just stream the lobby itself now. I'm still on the starting soon page. Names. Should be good. And we're getting ready to build up. Got in the lobby. 8 out of 24. Wolverine, if you're listening, I just want to give one more shout out to you. You're the best. Big supporter of the channel, and we really appreciate you. Always got to throw you a shout out every time that I see you. Which has not been recently. I think I see you almost every other or every NA game, at least playing, if not watching for sure. So we love you, Wolverine. You're the best. And I hope for a dub for you because I think you and Anders are the only NA or at least confirmed NA players that I know for sure in this lobby so far. The late time slot for EU, it's around midnight for them, but we still get the majority EU players, which is kind of crazy considering it's freaking midnight. But uh, I'm actually happy to see anybody show up, so we'll take the EU players. But we look for the NA winners. That's what we want. NA winners, EU players. Ooh, Harakiri showing up, ready to fucking brawl. We love Harakiri, absolute pumper. Again, I think signups are pretty open as usual, so 15 people for the Saturday game. So again, if you are looking to play, didn't sign up, you should sign up. But if you didn't, it's fine. You could show up anyway. Definitely looking for anybody we can grab. Game's filling up. Should take about another 10-ish minutes before we start, and then we'll be popping off here. The next Saturday Brisker game. I missed a good chunk of yesterday's game, and I wish I didn't, because it seemed super exciting, to be honest with you. Harker saying I had a very bad game last night. Yeah, I forgot what happened. I did watch the ending a little bit, and I actually forgot which color you were. Um, but yeah, I think bad things happened to a lot of people that game, so I don't think you were the only one struggling there. Actually, Campbell, I think I reviewed it, and I mean, I saw them pretty top or pretty close to top income earlier in the game, and then somewhere mid game he loses pretty much everything. I don't even think he has six income at one point, and then somehow through sheer determination has the entire map. So uh, there's that. A joke in the game. Oh yeah, A joke was I think kind enough last week to open a slot for us when we were filled for somebody who signed up. Oh, were you Gray Harakiri? Is that who you were? Harakiri says he rushed the win early. Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah, I think you were like if you were Gray, I think you were like 10-ish cities away from doing it. Um, but honestly, if you were Gray, that was pretty impressive because I think there's still 7 people on the board. You were 127 cities, I think around there out of 135 or whatever, and you were actually pumping. And there was a lot of confusion going on in the first like 2 minutes of your grab, and then everybody sort of kind of caught on to what you were doing, and they kind of all 7v1'd you, which is expected. But I think you did a really good job there. I think it was surprising to see you go for that. Um, but I think you almost had it. 10 cities away, but just 7 people on 75 fronts is rough for anybody. So it was a good attempt. Good attempt. Jack in the game as well. Jack's I think won one or two tournaments, maybe one for sure. I'm 99% sure, or at least actually I don't remember. Maybe he won one of our special prizes. Maybe that's what I'm remembering him from. I am awesome, an absolute fucking pumper. He's been pretty active in the TG or the team game scene, especially 2v2s. Great player, great fighter. Um, I think I've said this in some Discord conversations. I don't think I've ever beat I'm awesome in a straight fight ever. Um, and I think I'm a decent player, but he kind of shits on me with without a doubt. So great player. Um, yeah, him, Harakiri, and Fresh are my big three at the moment. Uh, again, Anders, I'm not sure if he's playing. Jack saying he won 2 tournaments. Yeah, I roughly remember, but I didn't want to say it for sure. But GG on those. So maybe you get tournament number 3. Harakiri even knew. Shit, maybe I'm just behind. We have a list somewhere. I don't know who has it. Oh, one. Oh, damn, he won an EU lobby too. Holy shit. Man's up. Actually, I don't even. Did we give you your tournament winner on Discord? We should probably. I'll check that. Um, because I don't remember adding you on there. Somebody probably did. But yeah, you get a little tag anytime you win a tournament game. Starting up pretty soon. Still got 15 out of 24. Plenty of time in the lobby. Plenty of space. Again, $25 game. Most of these names I think I've seen before. Like Jarman I've seen. I think the only ones I have not really is Bloodbath, Handapoo. I think that's it. Maybe no, I've seen Drayden a few times. Solid players in here. Some decent players. 15 out of 24. Probably gonna start in as soon as we hit 23. Only got a few NA players in the lobby. Kind of sad. We need more NA. I think there's actually just not as many, nearly as many NA players playing Risk as there are EU. It's like disproportionately EU. Um, I don't know how that happened. I don't know where the NA players are gone. They're retired. There's a lot of them. They're out there. They're in the channels. We just gotta find them. We gotta bring them back. Ooh, Tap the Slap, Furion. Tap the Slap also a tournament winner. Actually, out of all the people here, I think we have one, two, three, four, five, six tournament winners. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong on that one. Yeah, six-ish tournament winners in the lobby. So expecting some great things here. 17 out of 24. Trey coming in, Furion coming in. I'm excited to see a joke. I didn't. Unfortunately, we had to kick him out of the last tournament to open up a slot. I'm pretty sure that was him. So I've seen him in a couple pub games, and I'm kind of excited to see you here if you're listening. If, kind of glad Soxu's not here. I mean, I love Soxu. We love to see him win, but I'm pretty sure 90% of the pipe hells go to him at this point. So glad to get some fresh blood and get some more pumpers in here. Um, 18 out of 24. Apodiopsis, we love Apodiopsis. Also a pumper, also active in the community. Always watching, always lurking. Twitch streams, YouTube, he's always here. We love him. Yeah, I think yesterday Tap the Slap was also in the game. Um, I know Harkiri was in it. I'm not sure if anybody else here was in yesterday's Friday game. Benji Bay. Love to see Benji Bay. He's been playing quite a bit recently. Stray looks new to me. Haven't seen that name before. But yeah, pretty good lineup. Solid players all around. Weekend warriors for sure, and then some semi-professionals, or I say semi, but professional. Um, Again, still the people who are in my top tier to win. There's definitely Fresh, Harakiri, I Am Awesome, Tap the Slap, uh, are the few that come to mind right off the bat, and then not far behind them, in my opinion, Apodiopsis, Jack, um, I am no one, Peter Wolverin, um, Jack Carpet asking for 60-minute timer. Yeah, that's the plan. We're gonna try to do a 60-minute timer here. Um, no, nothing more or less. Yeah, I think tournament or 30 minutes. Oh my God, Tobias always already with the names. We love you. We love you, Tobias. You're the best. And I am a garbage can, whoever always forgets to tape or to write down all the names. So we love you. You're the best. I'm pretty sure that's a Podiopsis. Um, or actually, I don't even remember, but we love you all the same. Ooh. Oh yeah, I should tell these people. If you are playing in the tournament game to get the tournament money, you have to be on the Discord. That's just kind of our stipulation. Anyone is allowed to play, but again, if you win, gets 25. Have to be Discord. I'm just let these people know real quick. Oh, we get a follow, but I'm checking to see what it is before I finish typing. Let's double check. Joker, thank you so much for the follow. Oh, are you a joke? Oh, I'd love if you're a joke. Um, if you are, love to see you. Because again, I'm so sorry we had to kick you last one. We had to make that spot, and we do give the prios to the signups. So yeah, but you know what? I don't even care this time. You are playing in this game, absolutely. So, because I feel terrible about that. Um, but glad to see you here, and thank you so much for the follow. Oh, wait, Deca left. No. Oh, some new faces then. Uh, I've seen a decent amount of people unaware of the Twitch and YouTube, which is a little bit crazy because I mean we have 2,000 people in the Discord, or roughly 2,000 people, and I feel like we pump the Twitch and the YouTube out all the time, but I feel like every time we do an NA game specifically, like EU games, we don't really have this, but NA games people are not always aware that that this happens. So super, I think we have to do a little bit more on the reach out because I am surprised to say the least that or maybe there's just a lot of new players. I think again some of these names I've never seen before, like Luxar, Timofo. I don't even know how to say this name. Um, but yeah, a few people I don't. I Yeah, Jokar. Yeah, he says I didn't know last week. Um, yeah, and for those who didn't know, I mean I think we've been doing the tournaments for at least a year or 2 years I think. Um, and then the YouTube channel's been around. I want to say for four or five. I don't remember when Poo Monkey started it, but somewhere around the time of COVID. Um, Jack Harbert asking if if there's ever been a no talking game. Yes, there has. Lego instantly broke the rules and just started spamming. So there has been. It's a little bit hard to enforce, but luckily I think we've done two maybe. Uh, Both games we've had people kind of break the rule, but it wasn't like too drastic or anything. Um, but yeah, it's definitely. I think it's on the YouTube somewhere. I'm not sure what it's labeled, so if you want to check it out, it's somewhere in the playlist. Um, but yeah, definitely an interesting game. I think it was no talking and fog, so it was almost impossible for people to kind of gauge what was going on. If we do another one, I would probably recommend that we keep the fog on because, I'm sorry, fog off because it's just impossible to see who's doing what, where we're going, um, and what we're doing. And 22 out of 24, some new names, some old names, mostly old names, but a few new names. I haven't been actually playing that much, to be honest with you. So maybe some of these names are more common, more Weekend Warrior than I thought, but to me they're pretty new. Like Arcani, Tim, Luxor, and Red Donut, or Dr. Donut. Oh my God, if I could read English, that would be preferable, but I can't. Dr. Donut. Actually, I think that name's sick. Um, Actually, I'm not gonna lie to you. Anders is AFK, and I have to specifically DM him when we're full. So, I'm gonna preemptively DM him, um, just in case. 22 out of 24 for the NA risk game, 24 or $25 bounty or win, I should say. New faces, the mold. I actually like the NA game gets new faces. I kind of wish that we did like a 24, not a 24-hour maybe, but 8-hour stream of just tournament games, I don't know how that would look for the risk budget, because that does sound expensive. But maybe if we did like $10 games or $5 games and we just did 10 to 20 games, because I think that actually would do a little bit better for outreach. Because like I said, a lot of people are unaware. Well, not a lot. A small amount of people are unaware of these. Did I see Todd? Is that who I saw? I fucking love Todd. Todd's a pumper. Uh, Quick tidbit: I was destroyed by Todd in a 1v1. and I had no idea that he was as good as he was. But apparently he's one of the, top tier, especially the 1v1ers in the 1v1 league. Um, and I had no idea. So I kind of went in thinking that, I had a chance, and that was false. I absolutely got destroyed by Todd. Merton says daily tourney. Yeah, honestly, if we could, we might. But I don't know. I think we have like 3 or 4 people who have access to this channel, who do stream, and I actually don't know if we have uh, the time to do that, even with all 4 of us. But I do agree. I think that is the way to go. Letting people know. And we're gonna let Anders know. And we'll start basically whenever he does, which should be soon, because I think he was like passively okay. Apodiops is looking for 1 minute on the YouTube names. Yes. I will keep it on the bottom and then I'll go on the top. Yeah. I actually don't know how I feel like you do it so fast, and some of these names are deranged, so thank you so much for joining, Timofeich. No, I'll go up. Andrew started the game. Hopefully. I haven't seen a lot of capital games. I think there's been a couple bugs still. Um, but here we go. We're about to start. I'm just double checking all the chats real quick. We appreciate you, Apodiopsis, even if it's not fully updated. At least you got the majority of them. I love you for that. You are great. You and I think Robert does it. Um, fucking love you guys. Great, great, great. From both of you. So here we go. Game starts. Let's see how the middle goes. A lot of or I'm sorry, a lot of empty cities here. So we got 4 manning into Croatia, which is going to be a ballsy move, but he does know how to at least do the swaps here properly. We have Brown having a decent start in Israel. Looks like Purple's going to be going into Morocco. I'm not sure what's happening in Spain. Oh, it looks like Green was trying to get an early Spain, but did already lose a unit. Some one-man's being done in South Italy. Slovenia being taken by Yellow. This might be a good spot for Yellow. It does look like Navy does struggle a little bit to get this one-man. Red going into Serbia at the man with 3. Brown doing his one-man in Hungary. This is going to be a deadly spot as Navy, Red, and Yellow, and then, well, the one-man from Brown, but it doesn't look like he's serious about it. It looks like he's probably going to be more serious about Middle East. But again, deadly spots. We have the 3 in Middle East at the moment, and then we also have, oh, this is rough, 3 in the center here. Oh my gosh, at least you get the kill here, please. Oh, at least you get the kill for the bounty. That's great. Appreciate that. Peanut looking to go into Netherlands. Not sure how he didn't end up picking up this. Greenland looks to be kind of like a shit show at the moment. Oh my god, Emerald with the roar. We're a little preemptive on that roar here, but we have Navy, I'm sorry, Lavender, Wheat, and Emerald all in Middle East. That's not going to go well. Yeah, you're going to want to take this piece because that's going to be brutal for you. Hopefully Violet gets this. Oh, and oh yeah, he was just hosting the game for us, so that's why he has the early FF. Light blue seems to be going into the north as with Cole, and Cole's taking both Arc and Volga at the same time, though he is missing this. Actually, orange does have the block on him. Brown and orange doing an early war. Why do you fuck with us both? This is going to be a little bit rough, especially because, well, at least Mint is up in north, so that he might not be even looking at Syria. He is in Denmark and in Svalbard. Actually, Mint having a great turn. I didn't even see that. 11 income. That's somebody that we should be watching. Purple wrapping up the Middle East, I'm sorry, the Africa, and going into Spain. Green looking a little bit like he's in danger here. That's not too good for him. Zay saying, good evening, vegans. Good evening, good evening to this $25 NA game, which is off to a great start. Yellow taking up a good chunk of the middle here. Red being able to cut Navy in the center as well. Some quick things need to happen here for Red to make this valuable. Ukraine being taken up by Violet. He is doing a good expansion. Does have this top base, which is going to help him. Bull still not getting Arc, and Light Blue getting up north in Russia. Peanut doing Germany, Belgium, Nether. Some good things happening for everybody here. Greg taking up Creed, a little bit of a slow expansion for him, and a little bit of slow expansion for Brown. This is going to be detrimental for his health in the long run. Oh, he's got to wrap this up pretty soon. He has healers to make this kind of a little bit more standoffish, but Orange has 8 income, Brown has 7, so I'm actually not sure where he's getting income from. Yellow taking up Bosnia, Montenegro pushing into Red as he is fighting Navy. Yeah, this fight took a little bit too long, and Yellow's going to capitalize on that, which I think is the right move for Yellow. So Red looks like he's about to collapse, and I'm sure Navy is soon after that. DG has pretty much a good chokehold on Italy and moving into France at the moment. It does look like there is some fighting from green and purple. Green, unless Peach helps out, which I think you should. You're so small that maybe your only hope is to help out. So Peach kind of on standby as green kind of gets eaten up in Spain here, and it does look like it's going to be a GG for green in a moment here. Orange spending here a little bit, probably not too serious. He is in an actual war. We did get Palestine. I didn't see that. This is huge for Orange. We could see an Orange victory here, but I'm not too sure about it. Violet kind of, oh good, he does see this at the last moment. I don't know if he has the gold. Yeah, he has enough gold to hold because it's 13 seconds into the turn, so this is a good. And he is taking double tower damage at the moment from the south base. I'm sorry, from the north and the south base. Brown dropping in here as well. Wild Rage being green. Unfortunate. That's super unfortunate. You lost that one unit in the top of Spain early, so that was a little bit rough. Lots happening on the map. Missing a little bit of it. It does look like Emerald, Peach, and Wheat all fighting in the north here. Mint just wrapping up the entire England. Pink looking to be struggling. Is holding bases in Ireland, but I mean Mint is massive, so I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do much here. It does look like Dark Green and Peanut maybe looking for a piece here. Hard to tell. This is looking a little dirty for Violet. He's not going to be able to hold on to this top base unless he sends some more reinforcements. Actually, he will be. Get in there, because this is way more important. You could use a little bit more units here. Again, this is going to be he has a couple gold that he should be spending. Yep, there it is. Doing a decent defense, does lose this base, but that's not as important as this one. You really want to be shoving these units here. He's not going to be able to hold this one, I don't think so, but this is looking rough all around. Blue dive bombing into Leningrad, and it does look like Mint is cleaning up Pink at the top here. Brown is suffering in the south right now. Gray ends up cleaning up Egypt. And yeah, this is a good defense from Orange. I didn't think Orange was going to be the victor here, but he turns out doing great things. Maroon getting a good chunk of Turkey. Luxor being GG Luxor. Mint was just honestly huge. Still a lot of fighting going across the map. Peach looks like he's going to be eaten up here. Peanut's struggling to stay alive. I'm not sure even if he did a lot of fighting there, to be honest with you. Blue pushing in, light blue teaming Cole at the moment with blue. Both blues going into the north here. Does look like Cole is gonna be out of the game soon. Brown holding on to his last city, doesn't have anything else in the gas tank, and he is out. I am no one. Good player. Definitely a solid player here. Adventurer and Brown leaving at the same time. Red still having his forever war with Maroon. It does look like somebody was kicked out of this top. I think Peach was here, so it does look like Emerald and Wheat are going to just die fighting up here. If I'm Mint, I think I just take this SS and take all of Greenland. There's nothing going to be really stopping you here. Yellow kind of demolishing Violet in the north here in Ukraine. So Yellow looking extremely powerful. DG not too far behind. Mint also extremely powerful. And yeah, here we are. This is what's kind of the issue with Forever Wars in the South, or really anywhere at the start of a game. Yeah, you really just, oh gosh, a lot of people out at the game. Dr. Donut, Arcane, Cole, and Peanut. Maroon's just going to be able to take most of this here. Maybe they worked out some sort of pirate ship. Didn't really tell for certain there. Mint as an actual monster, hitting Maroon bases, hitting Disco Bay, Greenland, both Wheat and Emerald at the same time here. Yeah, Mint's somebody to look out for sure. Definitely a powerful player. Had a really, really good start. Excited to see where he goes with this. Yeah, I'm not sure if yeah, it doesn't look like there's going to be any pirates here today. So, little bit of rough start for Orange. Bloodbath being Lavender, you did your best there. Was a rough spot. I saw you in a couple places there, and expansion was Yeah, there's just bad things happening. Oh, blue diving into Moscow at the top. Oh, you know, they did team Cole together. I think blue just wants to have everything up north, which I don't think this is a bad play. GG Wheat, similar story to some of the earlier games, just some early wars, and that's just a little bit rough. Red up in finally finishing his a joke. Oh, GG man, that was rough. Early war. You had a good one man here in Montenegro. I think you did that exactly correct. It's just unfortunate that red got those bottom bases. Mint cleaning up Emerald in the north. We're gonna have another GG here, as well as Violet being knocked out. It does look like Cypress is gonna be held on to by Orange. Maybe Maroon gave that to him. Hard to know for sure. Drayden being Emerald. GG. Again, I think there was 3, maybe even 4 people up in the north here for a moment. It's just a lot to deal with, especially turn 1. Greenland's always a rough place to go, to be honest with you. Ooh, still lots going on, but starting to die down just a little bit. Gray still having the south bits, but it does look. I mean, if I'm Maroon here, I think I just kick Gray out of here. I don't think he serves much of a purpose here. And you really doing that, I think, yeah, we start to get the lineup a little bit. Maybe some trees cutting down with these mortars. Ooh, we do get another subscriber. I am no one. GG, I am no one. It was a little bit rough. I saw that Orange was in that top base here, Palestine. I'm sorry, he was in Lebanon and he had one of the top bases in Jordan. So GG, and thank you so much for the subscription. We really love that. Subscription, I didn't even say it right. But GG, and we hope to see you next week as well. Ooh, this is a decent move by Orange. I know that might not seem like the correct thing. Yeah, he did really well, to be honest with you. Oh, Zay with a follow. Thank you so much, Zay. We really appreciate it. Again, just real quick shout out. Every Friday, every Saturday, we do games. One is EU Friday, and then one is NA. Oh, yellow coming in to clean up. Oh, this is so rough. Oh, no. Maroon dive bombing into gray as well. And taking islands as he can, dropping on each one, and he is going to be able to kind of swiftly put him down. Red just getting absolutely eaten. He did have that fight with A-Joke at the start there. And yeah, this is kind of the price you pay if you can't finish a war quickly. Sometimes it's not always available, and you know, that makes sense, but yeah, Risk Wars really, you want to make them as fast as humanly possible. DG popping out 2 SS with, oh, if these were filled, that would have been the greatest thing. Purple dropping on in Sardinia, but DG does see it. Maroon's still pushing into Gray. Gray's not going to have enough to hold here. Light Blue's doing everything that he can in the north, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to do much. OJ's still holding both these bases in the south here. You do have a stronger front line, and DG did preemptively pop out by Benji Bay. Sorry. Absolute beast. Unfortunate. A lot of fighting for you early game here. Purple not spending his gold could be the bane of his existence here, because DG putting out these 2 SS really does put him at a land disadvantage. So if he had spent more of his gold, he really could have taken this out. But there's only 8 seconds on the clock. Dark green does. Well, you know, I could see a purple win. As long as purple really presses on land, there is the chance that he can come back from this. It does look like yellow is hunting down orange, as he did help team with red. Light blue doing a great defense in the north. It seems like I kind of wrote light blue off. He's got a little bit more gold. Blue's struggling a little bit to take this northern base, which in all honesty I don't even blame him for. DG looking like he's going to kind of come back after these top units are dead, unless he can take this base, which he does, and he needs to spawn from it. Still a lot of gold being held onto by purple, which I personally think is doing him a disadvantage. Again, this 100 gold in ships really is your path to victory, even though he out-incomes you. You really need to barrel through your way to the north and do everything you can to take all of this income, and as fast as you can. Yellow does clean up orange. Orange on Nomad at the moment. Light blue, although an immaculate defense, there's just too much gold coming out of blue for you, and I totally understand. Purple also doing a great defense. Orange going into purple. Oh no. Honestly, I think purple could win this unless orange comes and takes all of Africa. That's going to be heartbreaking to see, to say the least. DG's KD going down, and purple's is just rising at the moment. Yellow does just push into maroon next, I think. Hard to tell. Gray is, I'm not exactly sure what's happening there. Mint sitting pretty with a big transport drop ready to go. Where do they go? No one knows except him. Orange does push into purple, even though he is fighting DG. I get this from Orange. It's his only move, but man, I really wanted to see purple win this. He was doing really well, but still not spending all of his gold. He could have easily have defended this base specifically from Orange. He just doesn't have. Orange doesn't have the income to do much about it. So, yeah, that's rough. This is gonna cost him a lot more gold now. He does see this. He is running off gold. Man, DG's struggling here against purple. Purple seems to be an absolute pumper. Still has a decent amount of gold. I think these SS aren't doing enough. Gray getting pushed out by maroon. Then yellow not to be slept on with 59 income, bunch of gold in the bank, and a lot of people dead. 13 minutes in, and the majority of the map is already gone. Still some super pumpers in the lobby here. People like Fresh. We have I Am Awesome. We have, oh man, I can't actually remember the names at the moment. But yeah, still some great players left to go. These are bunched up at the moment, which is super unfortunate. I think this was the bane of Dark Green's existence. I think one would have been fine, but two kind of was a little bit rough for you, and that kind of led to purple being able to mass on land. Purple always had gold for this fight, by the way. He never was low on gold this entire time. Jackie Chang saying I died so fast. Yeah, it happens. Kyle saying the same thing. Yeah, Risk is one of those games. Sometimes you just get unlucky and people spawn right next to you, and there's just not much you could do. Especially in these tournament games, people are so quick to team people. That, if you have a bad start, it's almost GG from the start. Or I'm sorry, yeah, there's not much you can do to recover. Purple, again, had a great attack into DG. DG still having 2 full fresh SS at the moment. So that is his advantage, but that's really not going to do much now as purple is going to be, I don't know, probably 40 income at the end of this 12 seconds here. Oh, gosh. I don't know if I would accept... No, yeah. Okay. I thought he was giving him Morocco. But yeah, yellow gunning down orange at the moment, which I think is the proper play to do. I think you always want to kill people off if they're still alive. Todd. Oh, Todd was a pumper. He held I Am No One in the north here. Yeah, honestly, Todd did super well. He had a great game at the beginning. He did a lot with a little. Sad to see him go. Whew. Map's kind of settling down now. What do we got? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players still left on the board. 15 minutes in, which is kind of crazy. Oh, there's a lot of people dead in a short amount of time. Blue up in the north. Mint sitting pretty as well. I think it's not something we should sleep on. The mint and the yellow size factor. Yellow sitting at 63 income. Mint sitting at 56. And yeah, a lot of, oh gosh, Apodiopsis there with the names. We love you so much, Apodiopsis. People still alive right now are Jack, Tap the Slap, Fresh, I Am Awesome, Wolverine, and Harakiri. Unironically, I'm pretty sure everybody who's still alive has won a tournament game. So a lot of pumpers. Mint dive bombing into purple, which is going to look extremely rough for purple. Yeah, Mint's going to do the smart thing. He doesn't spend on SS. This is always a hard push. I think purple can at least stall for a little bit. It does look like blue immediately helps. This is going to be super rough. Ah, man. I don't know how this is going to go because we do see yellow now pushing into mint as well, taking up some free lands. If mint gets 2v1'd, I don't know if yellow can be stopped. The only person who has the same amount of gold of yellow is mint at the moment. So yeah, this could look a little dicey. He does push into mint and drops onto him. This is crazy. Yeah, I think I would let this go on for a little bit, and if I'm maroon, I'm seeing what's happening in the north, and I'm ready to hit yellow from the south. Personally, oh gosh, yeah, purple is going to struggle here, and it's not even his fault. He's just been fighting for so long. I mean, of these 17 minutes, I'm pretty sure he fought for 15, so he's had no breathing room, and we've now have a fresh Mint just dropping full transports. I think we would like to see Mint a little bit more. You know, he actually is just getting hit everywhere, so maybe that's part of what's going on. But Purple's still doing a good defense, being able to kind of pick them off as they come. What have we got? DG having... Yeah, I'm surprised DG doesn't hit Purple here, to be honest with you. Mint's asking peace for Emerald, but I think he does mean dark green. A lot of units here in Morocco still. A whole... Oh, my phone just heard me talking. That's crazy. Surrey just went off in the background, scared the shit out of me. So we have Yellow. Yeah, Yellow committing to this northern fight, but it's going to look a little dicey here as 4SS. Mint's kind of struggling here. A joke. Oh, yeah, he was already out there. Mint is struggling, and I do get that he is fighting in multiple fronts here. Maroon now dropping into purple as well. Yeah, this is kind of crazy. A 2v2 at the moment. Blue does seem like he's not going in any further. There's not going to be much that Yellow can do, though, from this position, so it really is just Purple taking the brunt of this damage. Though he does really well in these fights, and DG does kind of snipe some of these SS, or at least does some damage to them, while Mint just having... What do we have for Mint? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 SS at the moment, and a lot of troops that are semi-surrounded, so... A lot of bad things happening to Mint. He does still have some gold, I'm pretty sure. He's got a lot of income, sitting at 50 income. But Yellow is kind of a powerhouse. This move from Maroon was a little questionable from my part. Just because to me, Yellow's the one who is the biggest danger. 3 SS from DG, and Mint is going to probably be able to hunt them down. And they're going to probably take a lot of damage here. But does he see it? No, I think he just does a full evac. I don't know if Mint has lost much, to be honest. He lost a lot in transports and spawns. But really, that's not too much. He's been able to stay KD positive, barely, but he has been able to stay KD positive, and I don't think he's spent a crazy amount of money here. Besides in his SS, which he has not lost. Maroon taking up and pretty much finishing off DG. Does look like Mint's going to be punishing DG for teaming him. And what else do we got? We have Yellow still gunning in the north. Yeah, I don't mind this tank play. Maybe spend a little bit more from these back bases. But yeah, you got to really make sure that they're on the base, though, because this is going to turn south pretty quickly. Yeah, there you go. Maroon just going into Spain at the moment. DG doing everything he can against these 5, 6 SS. And it's not going to be enough. And it does look like DG's going to struggle as all he has to go is north. Whew, Purple surrounding in Spain. I mean, Purple's doing a great job. Purple still's got a little bit of gold, or got a decent chunk in the bank here. Lots of Blue now hitting Yellow. Is this what's happening? This is going to be painful for Blue to recover from. Yellow does have a lot of money. He is already surrounded. Yellow doing a really nice defense in Lithuania at the moment. Wish some of these trees would be chopped up. Blue just trying to find any base that he can and pushing into it. Mint and Maroon still dive bombing into Purple. Purple's still doing a great defense, but it's he just isn't going to have the gold really to hold on. Still a 900 to 600 KD. Can't be slept on. He does lose France. He's about to lose Germany. 4 tanks up in Germany in the north here. Oh, man, this is just really rough for Purple. Yeah, Yellow's still doing a proper defense here. Wish we could see a couple more mortars in the backfield. Mint getting might lose this northern base. Probably is going to lose it. But it's... Oh my gosh, and Maroon taking this top base. I'm sorry, this bottom base from Purple. Would love to see a roar here, but he is fighting in, I mean, 7 spots at the moment. Oh, this is just rough. Blue and Yellow doing tank for tank. Blue having more at the moment, but I think Yellow having just more gold overall. Let's see. Yeah, just an absolute amount of bank being held by Yellow. And I'm not sure. Maroon should be probably spending more to deal with purple at the moment. I don't think he wants to take the brunt of the damage, so maybe that's why he's stalling a little bit. But I think he's taking some fights that are favorable for purple, which is causing him to lose a little bit more than he should be. A tank here. A lot of tanks from both players. Maroon going to be cleaning up the majority of the south. Wow, 22 minutes and a lot of dead. A lot of people dead. Purple just getting sandwiched, still having gold, but there's not really much you can do with it. He's just getting demolished in every section. Purple is an absolute pumper. Honestly, he played extremely, extremely well. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Harakiri or I Am Awesome. He didn't deserve this. This was a great defense he did against Dark Green. He had a great attack against him as well. Mint saying 2i to Maroon. Yeah, it does look like they're going to be allies here. Mint still having a lot of... Oh, no, he doesn't have much gold left here, but he still has the majority of the SS advantage. Yellow popping out an unholy amount of tanks. Blue could probably do a little bit to stall. He is probably going to be looking for a lifeline here, because there's not going to be much he can do against yellow. Hard to say what's going to happen next, though. Maroon seems to be backing off a little bit as Mint cleans up France. And does it look like, yeah, and we do see dropping onto yellow. Ooh, this does look like a good position for Mint. I think as Mint, I'm pretty happy at the moment, because this buys me time to deal with purple, and we're just going to be spending my biggest rival at 65 income gold. There is the, oh, DG Wolverine, you did your best. GG, man. Yeah, honestly, purple did an amazing defense there. Defense into Spain, and then did an amazing push into France. I think the only thing different that could have happened there was just buying one SS instead of two, and I think that would have been a little bit more favorable for you. But yeah, we do have the blue and the yellow piece here, as Maroon does hit Malta. Yeah, we're going to see some response here. I think this SS fight... this is rough. I mean, Maroon probably has enough to do what he will. But let's see if he responds with... He does start responding with SS. He does have the roar advantage. I don't see a roar at the moment. And we do have transport ships. Are they full? Oh, this is unfortunate. But they can bait. That's so sad. If these were full, this would have been a good fight. Still 2 on the south here. He's got 3 SS that aren't even engaged in the fight, which is really tragic when it comes to SS. And then he has 1 that's hitting... These yellow doing a really good job overall just with this SS micro. Maroon finally now has all of his SS engaged. I don't think we got a roar from either of them, so this is just going to be a bare knuckles brawl. Yeah, this is going to be the downfall of Maroon, though, when all of these tanks start popping up. Yellow does seem to be completely surrounded. I believe most of his gold is spent. Maroon's still having a little bit in the bank here. And it does look like Mint's going to be cleaning up purple here in a moment. Lots happening all across the board. And these tanks are going to be devastating. I'd like to see these tanks just dive bomb into Maroon here. A lot of hurt SS. Maroon just popping them out like they're candy. A little bit too many, in my opinion. Sometimes you want to hold back on the SS. Not just to seem not as scary. I know I said that a little bit differently when it came to purple. But maybe it's the right call, because a lot of these SS are really, really hurt. And it does look like Maroon does seem to be struggling just a little bit here. Purple just doing everything. If purple could come back, I would love it, but I just don't see a way this happens for you. I Am Awesome. Oh gosh, it's just great plays from you all across the board. You just did a phenomenal. Yeah, you didn't deserve it. You had a really great game. And just too many people hit you there. Yellow doing a decent defense here. I don't know if it's going to be enough, really, as we do get we get cuts everywhere from Maroon. Maroon's doing a good job on the overall macro fight, and I think Yellow's spending a lot of time in this micro, which could probably pay off, which is probably the smarter decision. And Maroon taking a lot of damage, just dancing a little bit too much micro instead of firing. Coming from Maroon, which I think is in Yellow's advantage, but I think as Maroon you have enough healthy SS where you need to just be letting them fire. A few of them are really, really hurt here. Actually, more than a few are extremely hurt, but I don't think Yellow's going to be able to. Oh, he gets another kill. Ah, gets another one. Wow, Yellow doing an amazing job against Maroon at the moment. Maroon having the gold advantage. Another SS. I think that's 3, maybe even a 4th one. 2 that are extremely hurt, but these dodges are going to be enough for it to get away. I'm pretty sure. Oh, and then but not for this one. I would take a bishop. What do you got? You got 20 gold? Yeah, that you take a bishop and then you do everything you can against these ones. This Yellow is doing a phenomenal job. Maybe this is hard carry. I'm not exactly sure. But this SS micro has been brilliant. Another dead SS, and then this one's gonna look extremely hurt as well. Maroon went from having, I think, almost double the amount of SS to, having basically the same amount in a very short time there. So Yellow really doing incredible damage for what he was given. But again, I think this fight is a little bit too costly for the both of these people. Mint is sitting at 80 income, 76 cities out of 138. Overtime starts in 3, and yeah, he's just gearing up with a fat amount of gold. He's got a lot of ships, and although there's a lot of ships from both Maroon and Yellow, they're mostly hurt. Yellow's tank's still in the game. I think honestly, Yellow could have stormed Maroon if he just saw a bunch of these spawns. I think this would have been a earlier or a lot quicker fight. Like I said, Maroon did a little bit better job on the macro, just kind of pushing into Yellow, taking some income, poking him. But Yellow did a great job fighting on this multi. I mean, honestly, a great fight here from him. I think he's got to be Harakiri. We have tapped this or fresh. Yeah, it's either fresh or Harakiri. I'm thinking. But both Jack and Tab the Slap are still solid enough players, so. Man, Mint is looking fierce, 80 income, and I just don't know if Yellow sees it. Yellow's SS looking pretty hurt at the moment. He does lose one. I haven't seen Yellow lose too many SS, which has been super nice for him. Oh no, I think this is where Yellow starts to struggle a little bit. Because this is just going to come and barrel into you, and there's nothing you're going to be able to do about it. He's 80 income. Been throwing off the dash names. 29 minutes in? Oh my gosh. An absolute bloodbath so far. I mean, we're at 1,000, 1,400 kills, 1,000 kills, 1,000 kills. Yeah, Yellow calling out the right thing, asking for a piece. Maroon should take it. Not sure if Maroon can help though against Mint. Oof. Mint just storming in with a absolute the I got you, Maroon. That's rough. Oh my gosh, that's so rough. Being cut up here, 51 income, and with some of your income cut, a lot of your SS hurt. Mint saying yes, but you're Tom Rat. Oh man, some brutalism happening right now as Mint dive bombs with 84 income, and I can't tell if Maroon's stopping. I think he would. I don't think Maroon's gonna push too much into Yellow at this point, because Mint is just too powerful, and I kind of want to see Blue do a little bit more against Mint, which I know puts him in a bad position, but maybe he starts to take some lands too. Oh, he can't get away with this. We can't let him get away with this. Trying to get everybody into the alliance. 84 income though. It's hard to see that much income from one person and kind of do what he says. Blue not really moving at the moment, even though lands were offered to him. Though, to be honest, Yellow did fight both Blue and Maroon, so it's you know, maybe they do let him die, or at least let him spend more of his gold. A lot of tanks from Mint, and a lot of SS still being unused. Oh, and I didn't even see this. Yeah, it does look like Yellow's just gonna... There's just gonna be nothing that Yellow can do. He does spend the rest of his gold into SS. I can't even tell you what the right call is. This might be a quick game, and a super unfortunate one too. Yellow's not going to be able to do anything really Because once all of these SS are dead, I mean, really, Maroon is just hurting all of his SS. He's only helping Mint, because once these SS are dead, Mint's just going to be able to come in and spawn 2 every minute and just kind of finish you up. So, yeah, and your SS are already hurt. He still has a lot of tanks here. Blue joining in on the fight. Wow. A lot of ratty plays. One of the rattiest games I think I've had the displeasure of seeing, because holy shit, people just are eating people alive at the moment. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Yellow's still asking for peace, which I think is still the right call, as Blue does eat into Central Russia on Mint. Yeah, this is not looking healthy. 94 income, almost 100, probably, yeah, 98 cities, so he's gonna be 100 if he takes anything else, especially if he takes Ukraine, which he just might. Mint saying to take lands, but yeah, this is looking not too good. Yellow is just in an absolutely terrible position. He's in the middle to 2 people who have way more SS than him, people who have way more gold than him, and he's kind of looking super unhealthy. Blue just taking up a couple more lands. Yeah, I think if if Blue and Maroon don't wise up in a moment here, Mint is just gonna have way too much gold. I think what Mint's gonna do is he's gonna kind of back off a little bit, let Yellow seem like he's winning the fight, just so he doesn't look too massive, in an attempt to make it seem like he isn't as big as he is. But as we all know here, he is huge. Oh, lots of happening. I've been missing chat a little bit. I have no one saying Maroon is Jack, which is a possibility. Bub talking about the microing on the SS, which is true. There was a little bit of some misplays happening there. Yellow could be doing good in this defense here if we started popping up some mortars and then some roars. Mint isn't really doing a great push into here. It's a hard push, but this could be defended a little bit better if Yellow just did I mean, honestly, spend 30 gold on mortars and call this a fight. This would be over. You have a little bit of a surround. You have the roar. Oh my gosh, he's gonna lose his pop ace. He does. Oh, I didn't see it, but he'll get it back here. Does have a surround on Romania, but Mint sees it as well. Again, Mint is just role playing at the moment. He is just trying to make it look like he's doing a good fight. Make it look like he's spending his gold, and then he's gonna make it look like Yellow is beating him, which I think is the right play for the win, but sad for for the game. It just depends on if Maroon and Blue see what's going on here. Blue ends up taking Belarus, Central Russia, Ukraine, and Moldova for free now. I'm pretty sure Mint's lost a few tanks here, still at 1400 and 1100 for the KD, and Yellow's still plus 300. Yellow's still having a lot of SS, even though he was surrounded 3, maybe even 4 times on the SS. So glad to see that he's made it out alive here. Yellow's kind of my favorite at the moment. Definitely has been struggling. It's been kind of the theme of this game is just struggle. People have been fighting just so many wars back to back, Yellow being one of those people, and kind of just getting teamed all while doing it. So Blue and Maroon both sitting at the moment, watching this fight going on. They're trying to stack their gold a little bit. Yeah, here we start to see mortars popping out. I think you want to see a big old line of mortars here from Yellow, and this would all be decimated. Especially here, yeah, get these mortars in. Do we have spawns? Starts moving everything up. Yeah, now we start to see more of these mortars coming in, and if they had just a little bit of a roar, do see a night rush on the top base. This is going to be enough, I think, to take this base from Yellow. Lots of mortars coming in. This is what we want to see, but this isn't going to be enough to defend this top base. These knights taking a lot of damage, though, and this is getting bottled up. You'd like to see these trees being cut down. Not quite being done here. Yeah, look at all these mortars doing a decent amount of damage on these tanks. If they were just had a little bit of rifleman support. Just unit composition. A little bit of unit composition would go a long way with yellow at the moment. He has the gold to do it. He's just not quite doing the. Oh, this Night Rush is devastating. Especially every single one of these mortars is almost worth 1 gold. So you know, just for those who know or don't know, every 4 gold worth of kills that you get 1 gold, which is the bounty system. So all you have to do is kill 1 mortar and then 1 rifleman, and you get 1 gold. So when you night rush a backline of mortars, of 20 mortars, that's just free gold for you. And I think that's what Mint was trying to do there, but these SS come in for a decent support. Mint, yeah, so I think Mint is, he's losing a little too much on this fight. Some of his tanks didn't get quite away. He's been doing some night rushes that did get him a little bit of land, but I wouldn't say put him up on KD. He is actually 400. I can't tell. I think yellow's slowly going up on KD, but I mean they're both up basically 4-ish hundred or 400. Maroon and blue still sitting pretty. Blue sitting at 600 gold. Maroon sitting at 445 gold, and yellow just being decimated and just 0 amount of gold. Oh, this is rough for yellow. 92 income. I think I'd like to start seeing somebody doing something. Maroon or blue needs to jump in on this fight. Needs to be kind of pushing it and taking advantage of this huge fight. And for me, I think that looks like Maroon investing on SS and trying to get a drop here on Portugal. But yeah, yellow is struggling now at the moment. There's just too many tanks. He doesn't have enough gold. I think I'd pull back everything and try to make sure that these SS are doing the most damage that they possibly can. Because right now they're not really being engaged in the Slovenia base. This one's getting 1 shot off every now and then. But it's just not enough. Ooh. What else do we got? Oh gosh. Yellow doing a fallback at the moment. Still has a good chunk of his SS. Most of his tanks are hurt, if not dead. He might lose these 2. Yellow calling in for the all-in, which might be what happens here. Again, I don't think Maroon's going to do this the right way. I think Maroon needs to have some transport support. He should fill up like 5-6 transports, get these drops on. And this would be a really good fight, but honestly, if he doesn't do that, I mean, Mint's just going to be able to run away from it. Oh, lots happening. Can he take his SS as he's hitting the SS? Oh yeah, this is where transport drops would have been really beneficial. You would have gotten that back line. Maroon, what's his gold at? 500 at the moment? Yeah, I think you need to be spending a little bit more on the SS, especially because yours are so hurt. And this is where the transport drop would have helped. Yellow gonna be able to get all of these tanks if he's paying attention, which he should be. Oh god, you gotta be focus fire. You gotta when they're all really low like that, you just select all your borders. For those who don't know, if you control left click on a unit, it will select 12 units of the same unit type. So if you control left click 1 mortar, it'll select all 12 mortars, and then you right click that son of a bitch that's low, and you take them out. Because yeah, again, like I said, the bounty system, every 4 gold you get, every 4 gold worth of kills you get 1. So again, this healer's dead. All of this is just free gold, especially these tanks. It's 100 gold if you kill 4 of them, and that was a little rough that these 4 got away. But he does look like he's gonna mop up this one. Mint doing a full retreat. Mint still having a solid KD. Yellow still remaining at that plus 300. So it does look like the Mint and yellow fight just kind of stayed stagnant, if I'm not incorrect. Wasn't too much of a big change for either. Still a lot of tanks. This is going to look a little rough of a push for Mint. I don't think Maroon should take this piece. I think Maroon should start fighting a little bit and just keep pushing as far as he can. Alright, do something really quick. Sorry about the camera. Yeah, Mint's still pushing in here. Oh boy, so Serbia just struggling to get all these. This is where you want to start cutting trees. Both at this point in the game, when people are really big, I think you really just need to cut down all of these trees. They're not doing anything for you, especially as Mint. They might be helping Yellow out a little bit. Oops. But for Mint, they're just really hindering them, especially when these tanks start getting low. It's just a little bit harder to get out of here. Yellow still having a bit of gold here. I'm pretty sure Yellow's only surviving from the gold bonus. What are we at? We're at almost 3,000 kills, so I think that puts like 15 gold. So basically every 100 gold, I'm sorry, every 200 gold worth of units that Yellow kills, he's getting, I think, roughly 15 gold. And he does seem to be killing a lot of tanks, so I think every minute and a half he's probably getting an extra 15 gold on top of his 18 that he's getting. Yellow, yeah, this is exactly what I'd like to see out of Maroon. Maroon pushing in. The way that Maroon can kind of take victory here is if he cuts off these SS from Mint and is able to stop them. Oh, where did these come from? I wasn't even paying attention. I thought like Mint was losing all of his tanks, but apparently some of them were very much staying alive. Mint's still having a shit ton of gold, a shit ton of tanks, and a shit ton of SS. So he is by far not done. Yeah, I think I let Blue take a lot of this, to be honest with you. Maybe... Yeah, I'd stall here a little bit. Maybe make some units, maybe an SS here in South Russia. But yeah, letting Blue have that land looks nice to me. Getting more kills. Yeah, Mint struggling with the tanks at the moment. Yellow, again, playing very, very nice. Oh, he gets another tank kill. Yeah, he's at that 3,000 kill marker, so definitely 15 gold a turn now. Blue's still coming in with a lot of tanks here, and this is the type of thing where you can't fight two on both a large SS battle and a large tank battle at the same time. I think Mint's sort of seeing this struggle at the moment. He just lost too many tanks while trying to do it. And I'm not saying it's impossible, I'm just saying it's sort of difficult to do. So this type of thing, I wouldn't even stall at this point with this many tanks here. I think I would pull back into some negative diplo happening to them. But yeah, I think I would hold here Israel, Palestine, Jordan from this tank onslaught that is about to run into you. Yellow's still doing an immaculate defense here. Finup saying, I think if Blue watch the map a bit, he's fine with the letting Yellow die. Yeah, and then team up with Maroon. Yeah. Got a lot of tanks. I'm sorry, a lot of knights. Night rushes can go south really quickly when your riflemen are blocking. I know he's probably busy elsewhere. He's looking at SS and up in the north. He does get an immediate tank kill though. Yeah? No? Yes? Oh my god. 20 HP. Oh, that hurts. Just one more mortar shot would have done that, I'm pretty sure. Well, maybe with armor mitigation, I'm not exactly... Oh no, they have 0 armor. Looking a little bit rough on this right flank here. A lot of damage tanks, a lot of mortars. This is exactly what you want to see. You probably, when you do these night rushes, I see people do this, probably not the best thing to spawn knights from these two back bases in this scenario. He has a better chance of getting these tanks from these left and right bases, maybe. Because well, now that it's a little bit more free up, it's okay. But yeah, these back ones especially, they're gonna get kind of like stuck between this rifleman front line. There seems to be enough gaps, so it does seem to be working. But his first one had too many riflemen, which gets them bunched up. But it does look like this is working out a little bit better for him. Yellow's still pushing in here, hitting at that 3,600 kill marker at 2,800. So he's almost up plus 1,000 at this point, where he was plus 300 for the majority of this fight. So Mint is taking, yeah, Mint is now minus 300. And I think the majority of that comes from against Yellow. Maroon's sitting healthy with a big fleet. And Maroon's still having a lot of fight left in him in the south here. Yellow doing a great job finishing up Mint's tanks. He's microing a little bit. I don't think he's saving his tanks, which I think is a little bit of his blunder in this fight. But I don't think it matters because I think he's doing a great defense all across the board. Um, oh, now we have the tank response. This is where we start to see the mass amount of tanks starting coming out from both people. Good backline. Both of these players having a decent black backline, but I don't think I see a roar from blue. As we can see, all of these units are roared. They have more mortars, more tanks at this point. Yeah, we're going to see night rushes from both of them. This is where they're going to get stuck. This is what I was talking about earlier, where they have to funnel through this little hole, which sometimes isn't preferable. A lot of back and forth from Mint. Does look like Mint is now pushing into Maroon as well. So it is just a proper 2v2 North versus South. Mint and Blue versus Maroon and Yellow. And it does look like Maroon's doing a great job. I mean, both Maroon and Yellow are doing a great job defending. If Blue doesn't really... Oh, he's out of gold. Wow, this could look bad for for the Northern Alliance. Up saying, damn, Yellow really destroyed Mint looking at the KD. Yellow is... Yeah, absolutely. Yellow is an absolute monster. I almost want to say that it is Harakiri and Fresh on the same team. So Yellow and Maroon, I want to say, are Harakiri and Fresh at the moment. Yeah, and honestly, I was in favor of ditching the Azerbaijan Georgia push, but it looks like Maroon's smarter than me because he was able to hold that like an absolute fucking champion. And he is getting pushed out in France at the moment, but I think that's a non-issue. I think he's sort of reconsolidating, doing his best to get these tanks out of commission. Yellow, again, I'd like to see more mortars out of Yellow, but again, he doesn't have the gold. Saksu asking why you didn't invite me. Saksu, it's at the same time all the time. You're always invited. I'll always leave a spot open for you. But I guess I should have DM'd you. That I might have. Yeah, I should have did that. And then we got saying, considering how long this fight went and how little his income. Yeah, absolutely. He's an absolute monster. He's now at 4,000, so I think that puts him about 20 goldish each. Well, maybe 20ish gold every time that he kills 200 units. And because Mint is minus 1,300 at the moment, Yellow is at this point almost out incoming Mint, or it at least gets him back in the fight. So think of Yellow as almost like 50-ish income, with how much he's taking from gold bonus every turn, depending on if he's killing these tanks or not. Mint doing a good job kind of poking and prodding up in the north as well as fighting. Well, he is... Look at all these SS. Yeah, this is where you want to do a full retreat with these tanks. He's going to lose another tank here. That's unfortunate. And these 3 tanks are surrounded. I mean, this is a good surround, but really without the mortar support to kind of do anything, it's going to be enough to rout him, but it's not going to be enough to push into this, which is what he's really looking to do. Blue doing a good job with his tanks now. He is sort of microing a lot of hurt tanks here. And I think this is going to be a lot of damage, actually. Not sure what I would do in Blue's position here. It's looking like a little rough on both ends here. Wow, a constant action. Again, 2v2 for those who are joining in. It is Maroon and Yellow versus Mint and Blue at the moment. And it does look like the South position is the winning position at the moment. A lot of tanks are being fed here by Mint still. They're getting trapped here, and yeah, we don't even want to see them here at all. Taking SS damage from the top, from the bottom, tank damage from the north. Yeah, we got to get these out. A lot of hurt tanks. That's not looking good. Not looking healthy. Whew. Check getting pushed in. I think we're gonna see a piece here from somebody. Somebody's gonna throw out a piece here, and I think it's gonna be Blue first, because this north to fight isn't sustainable for the Northern Alliance, so one of them is going to buckle under this pressure. Pub saying that Yellow will grudge Mint, and I think you might be right. There was some bad words from each other there. And Mint has been just absolutely relentlessly pushing Yellow here. So I wouldn't put that out of the ballpark. Yeah, all these tanks backing up into into Norway, Sweden, which I think is a good call. He could have a potential good surround here, but with France being overrun by Maroon, it might not even be worth it. Where are these SS? Oh yeah, so a lot of SS, and I think here, I think I just kind of take all my tanks, I bring them into Sweden, and then, oh god, please don't lose your tanks, no. Oh, it's painful. It's so painful. He is doing a lot. There's a lot of fights happening for him at the moment. He's trying to get his SS all to the north, which I think is the smart move. But again, I think you just leave Germany. I don't know if it's worth it. I know that blue is helping, but blue is kind of a little bit slow here, and there's not much that he can do. So even if he was playing, you know, absolute peak South Russia push, this is just hard, and it takes time and can be very costly. So I think mid needs to be buying himself a better window, because yellow seems to be just doing an absolute... Oh, well, there's a decent night push coming in here. He does get the surround. This is actually a really good night push. Yellow does do the response, but these mortars are going to get in the way of the knights. Before the knights can even get into the fight, these mortars are going to have to die. But it wasn't enough. Yellow does have enough to kind of just surround these. Could have been something great, but just wasn't quite there. And now Yellow's knights are finally going to get into the fight. Again, you always want to make sure that your knight rushes aren't being impeded by your front line. It's something that gets a lot of knights killed, because they're going to be sitting here dancing back and forth while they take too much damage. Ooh, tank battle now. We go to the tanks. Oh, wow. Fucking 6 fresh tanks coming out from Maroon, right base of South Russia. Loved up saying Mitt somehow spent that 600 gold. Yeah, and it's a little surprising. I'm actually more impressed that Yellow was able to defend against it. Because yeah, I mean, he didn't have any. He had 30 gold, I think, for the majority of his south fights. And then when he got up to Bosnia, he was sitting at 0 gold. He had fought, I think, 3, maybe 4 players at that point. And he was still able to hold. Now, Maroon's losing a few too many tanks here. But, oh, this is devastating. All of these tanks taking so much damage because he didn't realize that they were all A-clicked on that tank unit there. So they took unnecessary amount of damage here. Mint struggling to defend. I think as Mint, you just defend against Yellow with your SS. You keep your tanks up here. You take a roar with a few more mortars in Denmark, and then you take the SS fleet and make sure that your northern UK section is fine. Blue struggling against Maroon at the moment. Maroon sitting at 74 income. Overtime has been clicking down for 15 minutes now, or more than 15 minutes. So we're sitting at 114 cities for somebody to win. So, oof. Yeah, this was kind of a crazy game at 54 minutes. I mean, honestly, at 20-ish minutes, I think we had the majority of people dead. So that's always it's always a little bit sketchy, because you're kind of worried that it might be a quick game. But these 4 have kept it interesting, as both the Yellow and Maroon Alliance has been kind of destroying the Northern Alliance. Blue, though, not taking too many losses. I think he's doing a decent job getting his tanks out of dodge when they're a little bit too hurt. Yeah, but I think Maroon did lose more tanks, but I think he was able to... Yeah, Maroon's KD is... maybe because of the SS battle. I forgot what his KD was prior to the SS battle with... what's it? Yellow? I know that Yellow did take a lot of KD from him, so it's hard to say, you know, how much he had to recover from the... I was drifting the camera, my fault. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of push and pull here. I don't think that Blue is making the mortar backline that he's kind of needs to deal with something like this. This is really good position for Bruin at the moment. I think what I would do is just start cutting these trees here, and then trying to get some sort of surround out of this the best that you can. It's rough. It might not even be practical, but I don't think this fight is sustainable for Blue. I think this is just working in the favor of Maroon. Very true. Fub's prediction kind of becoming true now, as Yellow just seems to be going into Mint at all costs, even though this is kind of well protected, and Mint does have a couple SS that are flown around. I think, maybe not. But this is going to be a rough pull from Mint. I'm seeing rough push from Yellow. A lot of tanks coming in here, a lot of damage. I think there's way too much damage happening at the moment. I think he's going to lose a tank. Not careful here. Yeah, well, that's one tank, maybe even two. Yeah, two tanks for not really much gain there. And it's these mortars. These mortars are absolutely devastating, especially when this roars up. Um, Mortars kill tanks, and there's just no way around it. So if you're going in without the support that you're needing, you're gonna get decimated there. Does look like yellow is not pushing into us. Calling in the ships, thank you. I didn't even see this myself, so thank you, yellow, for the stream. I don't know if Maroon's gonna see it. He's gonna get a couple picks, and he does pull back in time. He does even do a swap, which is kind of nice. But does he swap again? Does it just stay there? Does look like Mint's going to be taking too much damage. Might even lose an SS here. Maybe a couple dances. Maroon, this is, I think, Blue's time. If he's going to do it, he's got to do it now. But he's got to commit. He's not full committing. He's kind of like taking half of, not even like a third of his tanks, pushing on each front each time. And it's just not enough as Maroon does, he puts everything into the fight. The only things he's not bringing are things that are hurt. Yeah, a lot of struggles happening at the moment for this Northern Alliance. Yellow's back. Yellow's sitting here at 57 income, decent amount of gold. Mint saying Maroon, I want Portugal. And then this is a decent surround, but he is going to lose a tank for this. Oh, does he get it out? Does he get it out? 1 health, 75 health going in. This tank's dancing a little bit too much. Should probably be pulling back here. Yeah, again, I think I'd like to see more mortars. These tanks are okay. These SS are good hold here. Yeah, I actually don't know what the position is looking like. I think Blue does have a little bit too many units just kind of spread out everywhere, especially these healthy tanks. I don't even know if he knows that his tanks are healthy at this point. Because to me, these, yeah, he finally sees it. He starts bringing them in. That's a lot of tanks. That's a lot of tanks that are in the fight, and you do overwhelm him on tanks. I mean, Maroon does have a lot of gold. You still have a decent chunk of gold. I think you could win this fight if you fully commit, have your roars, and have your mortars. I don't even know if you use riflemen in these fights. Yeah, the spawns, yes, use, but other than that, just kill these fucking tanks, man. But it is hard to tell, especially when you're fighting. You're not exactly sure how much gold he has left, and he's been kind of doing well with these tanks fights, so he is looking pretty scary. But yeah, maybe we get to see this massive tank battle. Again, Blue does almost double the one from what I can look. And this is a great hold too. If you just spent here, you don't need a lot of gold. You don't need a lot of gold to defend this, but you just need a little bit. Oh gosh, get it in here, because this is going to be a deadly surround. Maroon not seeing this, or yeah, I'm not sure what's happening here, but he does just get one written off right off the bat. Do we have a roar? We have a roar, but are they roared? We have a roar, but they're not roared. Please roar! We have 2 roars. Again, yeah, this is enough. I think Blue needs to keep his horde of tanks in the game here. He did not see Volga, which is very unfortunate. He needs to be spawning here on this base to make this a valuable fight. Tank, this would be a nice knight. Yeah, tanks or knights. I actually meant to say knights. I said tanks, and then he spawned tanks. That was funny. But yeah, these knights coming in here. This is great. This is exactly what you want to see here. Blue does lose Ukraine to yellow. And then we do have the full retreat from Maroon here. How many tanks you got left? Still a decent amount. These aren't looking too healthy though, so that I think those are okay if they stay there. Maroon moving the fleet south. Yellow looks like he's stalling out here. I think we have a light piece from both yellow and mint. Yep, yeah. And I think that's good. I think oh, we have a lot of pieces. Do we get a blue piece? Maybe. Yeah, I don't know what I would do as Blue. I can't even tell you if that's a good or bad ask. I think it's a good ask because he's got 44 income. And you have more tanks, so you kind of have the advantage of... Oh, I didn't even see this. Yellow pushing into Maroon. He had so many SS, though. He had so many. Oh, so 3 people now pushing into Maroon, which I didn't expect, actually. I didn't expect Yellow to push in this many SS because Maroon doubles the SS here at the moment. He does get a nice kill. Yeah, he does get the nice kill. Good. But yeah, this is going to be a really tough hold. Maroon's going to be struggling here as now he's getting hit from every direction. The Southern Alliance is no longer there. I think Maroon can come out on top. Again, I wouldn't fight these tanks. Um, he does have a solid Night Rush coming in. The, I don't know what I do here. I think I give up a good chunk of my land in the west. I stall here. Oh, blue calling in for peace, which I think... I would hate to see people just continuously piecing. So if Maroon doesn't piece, I'm kind of... yeah, it's the smart thing to do. It's the smart thing to do. I'm just sad it happened.
A town is under siege.
Yeah, Bub saying he doesn't really understand the decision from Yellow to go against Maroon. I think it could have been a good decision, but I think it maybe with a little bit more SS. I don't know. Wow. I mean, they were calling for peace. Blue's losing a lot of tanks here. Oh my gosh, 2 more extremely low, but he's not going to get them. This one's going to die here. And what's happening up north? Oh, nothing much. A lot of SS are going to drop here, and he is getting transport drops here. Actually, this is where I would spend the money on the SS and trap these SS here. Where are the rest of them? I thought he had more. Is he losing them? Oh my gosh, no. Maroon's losing SS, but he's killing tanks, I think. I'm not even sure. He did get a drop on here. Another SS. I mean, there was 2 in the blink of an eye. In less than 10 seconds flat, he lost. And, oh gosh, another SS. Get these in. Get them in. Just shove them in at this point. Just throw them in there. There you go. Maybe get some units here. A lot of tanks still in the field. A lot of hurt tanks from Maroon. I think the focus here should be the SS. Oh, he's going to get the surround here, and it does look like Maroon is going to get decimated. I don't think Maroon sees this. He's fighting in too many areas. Yellow does have a good... If he gets this base, that'll be catastrophic, and I think he will. It's going to get it in 2 seconds flat, because it's not going to swap yet, and Maroon is absolute... Oh, he gets the base back, and this is where... It's you gotta really just kill every single one of these SS. That's his only goal, or his only lifeline, is he gets bounty from killing these SS. Yeah, just focus targeting, see if we can get another one here, maybe not, and then kill him as they go, but it's not going to be enough. I actually thought he had just more SS, but I think he lost way too many trying to get pushed into this port, and it does look like Yellow does take the advantage and the lead in SS South here, and it's rough. We are looking at a disaster for Maroon at the moment. Let my ships go, he's asking. I mean, they're all dead. Oh, he does say yes, though. I mean, he didn't say it, but he did move his SS, so... Both of these players begging Maroon for peace. Maybe because Mint's getting pretty big? It's 72 income. You keep saying peace, then you pull my troops. That's kind of true. I did say that. He did peace, and then I saw all of his tanks go into South Russia. I think that's what I saw. Yeah, if I'm saying Maroon doing exactly what you said earlier, can't do big tank and SS battle. Yeah, it's just rough. It's when you're here and you're trying, especially when they're so far away from each other, it's just hard to keep going from spot to spot. A lot of peace now happening as 65 minutes of straight fighting has kind of taken its toll on these players, and they are now taking a bit of a rest.
A player's forces are under attack.
Off camera too. Diplo going around from these players. Malta taken.
A town is under siege.
Podiops is saying what Mint was killed a few Maroon troops on the islands. Blue was oh, maybe I missed that from a while ago. Oh, some more SS. Yeah, that's rough. Another one went down. I don't know if that was an accident or what happened there, but he gets an XD, so maybe he not taking it to heart. Oh, these are hurt. They're so hurt. Lots of tanks from Blue. Lots of tanks from Maroon at the moment. 72 income for Mint. 62 for Yellow. Both these players looking extremely strong. Yellow, I don't know who my favorite to win
A
is
player's
actually at the moment.
forces are under attack.
Um, all of these players have been playing super well. Can we peace for good now, Maroon? Yellow says. I mean, that's a little bit dicey because Yellow was the one who pushed in Maroon. Maroon was happy to keep this alliance going, and Yellow was the one who literally destroyed Maroon's fleet there. Um, yeah, I think Maroon might be a land battle guy because his SS, both of the SS fights that we've seen from him have been a little bit struggle. Um, Yellow did great. If we remember, Yellow did a great defense in Malta. He had like less SS there, and he was able to kind of pick off a lot of Maroon's SS. Honestly, I am surprised that Maroon's KD is only minus
The
400. That's no
town is
shade.
under
Just
siege.
he's lost. I can't even tell you how many SS at the moment, but he's lost a significant amount of SS. Um, so I'm
The
actually
player's
not
forces are
sure
under attack.
if Blue is the one, because Blue's also positive. I'm not sure what happened. Because he's, like I said, he's probably lost 3 fleets at this point. Um, Yellow going into mid at the moment. I like that. I like that. I don't like sitting, and these players aren't sitting. I mean, Blue and Maroon did for a little bit, but
A town is
ever
under
since they
siege.
cured that disease. Well, we do see a drop here, but it's not going to be enough. He does get the port, and look at these knights are going to die here. These riflemen die. Maroon's going to be able to focus south now as Yellow pushes into Mint. And I think this is Yellow's real enemy. I think the Mint. I'm sorry, when he went into Maroon's SS there, I think he was just really trying to gain some sort of SS superiority, so that when he did hit Mint, he didn't have to deal with a secondary SS fleet. So
A town is under siege.
Mint still with a lot of tanks. Yeah, still a lot of tanks in the north as well. And here we go.
Forces
Yellow
are
just
under attack.
pushing into the Netherlands, Belgium, Spain, France, all in one go. Yeah, I think Yellow's done a really great job here in his south pushes, his defenses. Um, Definitely not a player to be slept on. Lots of tanks coming from the south here, pushing up into South Russia. You know, these two players have pieced so many times, I feel like. I don't know if it was ever official.
The town is under
Some
siege.
SS coming up from here. Some tanks doing a nice surround.
The
I
player's
don't know if this
forces are
piece
under
was
attack.
ever official, but it felt official. Some good drop ships, but one of them does get picked off. We'd love to see them just dive bomb here. And if they do get this could be really good for Yellow. I don't think it's going to be enough to kill uh, like this fleet or anything, but this is a lot of free damage for Yellow, and this is kind of exactly what Yellow needs. And Mint just starts running. Oh no!
The town is under
Oh
siege.
no! Mint kind of just doing that stutter step in the north actually is what I think
The
will
player's
lose him a
forces
lot of
are under
SS here.
attack.
I think if he just did a little bit more damage to these riflemen, I mean, yes, he would have taken damage, but it wouldn't have been a crazy amount. Yellow and Mint fighting over Belgium at the moment. Rune doing a deep push into central Russia at the moment, but Blue responds with even more tanks. When is enough tanks? That's my personal question. When do you own enough tanks? Because holy shit, either both of these players have like, well, this is probably one control group, two, three, maybe four control groups. I don't even know, 5 control groups worth of tanks coming out of Blue alone, let alone what Maroon has on this board. Oh, Mint struggling on the SS front, which I think we've seen him struggle before against Yellow, and this is where I think we want to be spending our gold. Uh, he is doing a decent defense here, and I think this is okay. Again, we want a little bit more backline, especially when these tanks start showing up. You want some more mortars pushing in. Might get a good kill
The
here,
player's
but doesn't seem to
forces
just get
are
it
under
off, as
attack.
Yellow is kind of just everywhere.
The town is
Blue
under
pushing in
siege.
from the north with these tanks here. Central Russia being a contested battleground, but a lot of these tanks aren't fighting at the moment. This is dicey. I don't know if I like this. Maroon does have a good surround. He does have mortars. He has roars. Oh, get these tanks. Get some of the hurt ones. Yeah, Blue's just dancing so much. Part of the problem is when he does retreat. I mean, think about how much damage he's taking when he falls back. To get from here to here, I mean, a countless amount of tank shots go
Under
off,
attack.
and it's just a lot of damage. He does look like he's surrounding this base, but I don't. I think it's gonna be okay. Wheat does. I'm sorry, Mint does get a surround here. Oh my gosh, take this port here. You really need to take that port, and this might be golden for you. Oh gosh, just push in. Everything needs to be focused in on here. Get these units going. Get them pushed in. Oh, you can get some real kills here if you just move everything forward. A little bit of stalling out in the northern front. They're a little bit afraid to be pushing in. Oh gosh, please get this base, because the only one he has left is Malta. Get these going. Mint, actually, that was a great tactic there. He spent his gold in the right time. He took this base. He was able to get us around. I think I would have liked a couple more SS being spawned out of this bottom port, but I think it was enough to at least scare him off, which seems to help in the long run. Now it does seem to be a land battle. I don't know where his spawns are set, but again, this back line is very weak. We just need more mortars, a couple healers, a roar. Yellow kind of falling back completely. We still don't have France from... Ooh, a random tank getting sacrificed to appease... Maybe. Probably not. It just probably was a straggler. Tanks are surrounded. Some knights coming in from the top base of... I'm sorry, from the bottom base of Netherlands. A lot of fresh tanks coming in from France at the moment. Some push and pull happening from blue, but not too much. What is happening? Oh yeah, we're just taking lands at the moment. This could be a really good push. This could be a great push for Mint, and this could be a little bit of a redemption arc. I think this is an accident, to be honest with you, because I don't think there's a world where he's trying to push that at the moment. Yeah, but we just need better unit composition. He doesn't have a lot of gold, so that might be doing a little bit of it. Some of these tanks pushing in from the north here. Let's see if he's got things everywhere. Oh gosh. Yeah, Mint just doesn't seem to have the gold to fight against this northern push at the moment, so maybe a defensive angle would be best here for Mint as he kind of fights this SS. You have the SS! Oh my god, just fire! Fire! Oh my lord, punish that! Oh, no. That's where you don't need to pull back all your SS. You just pull back one and let the rest of them fight, because it was a little unfortunate there. Could have gotten a lot more damage. Yellow's sort of running away here now. A lot of fresh tanks here from Mint, and it does look like they're just going to be... I can't tell if they're pulling back. One's hurt really bad there. Whew. Lewis just got here in time for the 4-hour recession. Never mind. It's yeah, 696 in overtime, so only 30 cities for a win. So it's really anybody's game still. But it's kind of looking like Yellow's getting pushed by Blue at the moment. And again, maybe this is another 2v2 North and South Alliance. As I mean, Mint's sort of taking these islands from Maroon in the south here. I don't think that's really an official attack. I think he's just taking this because he needs it against Yellow. I think I'd like to see more happening against this front, because the more that you stall on land, the more that... Oh my god, look at all these tanks. Look at all these tanks. There's just a million. They're everywhere. Lego has done irreversible damage to the meta. He just so many tanks everywhere all the time. Blue pushing into Poland, but he's gonna get routed pretty soon up here. He's looking unhealthy in the north as Maroon starts to kind of push every section of the north. Yeah, unless Mint can really stabilize this fight against Yellow, the Northern Alliance is gonna look very powerful again. They've already been fighting together for a long time. Yellow did break that alliance momentarily, killed all of Maroon's SS, or a good chunk of this SS anyway. And now they're friends again. That's what risk is. Diplo back and forth. Yellow does push into Poland, Ukraine. Belarus getting a push out of Belarus to central Russia. Could be a good push here if there was an SS on this top base here. Not sure. Oh, Blue calling for peace. A lot of SS still in the north. They're taking a lot of damage. There's just too many tanks to deal with up north at the moment for Maroon. This Mint and Yellow fight, I mean, they're still at the same income. A lot of tanks here. I'd love to see a Knight push coming in from this top base of France and getting a lot of these kills. I think he's a little bit busy elsewhere at the moment, and you could have got a lot of free... Yeah, here we go. Hopefully he doesn't see it, and this could be free for him, but who knows. Very hurt tank at the moment. He does see it, starts getting it back. SS starts pushing into France. Yeah, this is a little bit better. Let's secure these bottom bases, and let's start doing a natural push into north instead of trying to hold a lot of fronts all at once. Maroon saying no, yours since we pieced earlier. Yeah, I don't know. I from what I saw, I think Maroon was hitting Blue. But all of these players have been hitting each other, and there's a lot of chaos going on. So who knows if this is like bad Diplo or just genuinely they don't know who was hitting who. It could be mortars pulling. It could have been a lot of things, but yeah, Mint doing a better job in the south now. Yellow trying to push into some of the islands. Yeah, and we're gonna see a retreat coming out of Yellow, and from all points, yeah, Mint's surprising me because there's some times where he's not doing the best pushes. He's not doing like the optimal angles that he should be doing, and then sometimes he just kind of wraps it up and does exactly what he needs to do. So he's a little bit of a wild card for me. Oh my gosh, Maroon's back at it with a fucking vengeance against Min apparently. Uh, I don't know who's role playing at this point. Give Ukraine. I don't know. He has Ukraine. I'm so confused. A lot of tanks here. I think there could be a decent push from the north. Oh, lots of tanks. I thought I saw even more tanks, so he might have lost some up here. I don't know if his spawns are set at the moment. Doesn't seem to be so. Yeah, I think you could using a lot more of your spawns. Yeah, Mint just not using a good chunk of units that are just his free ones. Yeah, Fub saying anybody can rush. Well, 3 people can rush for the win. Only 20 cities, and it's very true. I think the person with the best advantage would be Maroon because he could take all of blue cities, and then maybe some of yellows. I don't know, but you're very right. It's getting scary. 75 cities. Mint's pretty big. Mint does have an SS fleet. He does have a roar. Is this roared? Yeah, yellows are roared. Mints aren't at the moment. I would love to see how much damage it's to Mint. He does get the roar off. Again, he does only... See, this is what I'm not liking to see. To get all of his units back, you really only need to pull 1 or 2 back here. You don't need to pull the whole line. A lot of tanks in trouble here in the north spot. He does get completely surrounded. Mint does seem to be struggling with multiple fronts. I would like to see a night rush here from the bottom base. I can't even tell you if this is good or bad. I'm going to say bad because he doesn't have any mortar support. Maroon doing a great defense. Has roars up. He has knights coming in. He's got mortars in the backfield. I think blue just might have an over... Oh, get this freaking roar off and you win this fight. And if you don't get that roar off, you're going to lose a lot of tanks for no really good reason. Lots of knights coming in from both places. Mint coming up with 76 cities, looking a little bit dangerous. This base is looking a little bit unhealthy at the moment. Yeah, and it does look like Maroon is coming back in this fight. Blue losing dozens and dozens of tanks, and blue does seem to lose the position overall over here. Funbub says Blue's army is literally only tanks with like 10 tanks, not even shooting. Yeah, I agree. A little bit of danger zone for Blue. I think he had an amazingly strong army here, and it does kind of get ran over in a blink of an eye. Mint and Yellow's war are kind of going back and forth. Hard to say who's winning for sure. Both of these players spending their gold. And it does look like Yellow is kind of on the back foot for a lot of this. But, you know, it's not going to take much for Maroon to kind of be able to help soon. But he really needs to deal with Blue, and this is still a rough position for Blue no matter how many tanks Maroon has. I'm sorry, this is a rough position for Maroon to kind of take on Blue. But it does look like we have a decent surround here. Again, we would like a little bit better unit composition from both sides here. We have 6 roarers or something like that. Maybe this was more than that. Maybe this was a counter night rush. Yeah, we do see mortars coming in from the back line here now. Lots of tanks on this side. They are surrounded, but Blue struggling. Yeah, Blue just straight struggling. And it's going to look like a Mint's going to lose a SS here. But he does maybe see it, or they were just pulled. Yellow does lose an SS. That's pretty unfortunate, but we do get 3 drops here. And transports and no roar. Now we finally get the roar off. He does start backing up. I think this was a good back off. This is where you want to do it. And then you engage. Exactly. This is a great push from Mint. That was great tactics there, in my opinion. Blue's still trying to do anything that he can to hold on. And if Mint doesn't finish this fight against Yellow soon, it's going to look like Maroon and Yellow Southern Alliance is going to be too powerful to beat. Mint's only advantage is if he can execute Yellow extremely quickly here, and it's not looking like he's going to be able to, because Blue is on his last legs. He's ran out of tanks, he's out of gold, he's out of income, and Maroon has a good chunk of the map. And oh, how much gold has he got? And he's got a lot of gold. He's got a lot of gold. Oh, Maroon's looking extremely healthy. Again, I think Mint could still have a chance here if he kills all of these tanks. I'm sorry, all of these SS. But it does look like he's taking a lot of damage. He is getting some kills off. Hard to tell who's winning at this point. It does look like Mint has the advantage. But again, this fight has been complete push and pull. But Maroon does push into Spain. He does push into Sweden and Norway. So it does look like Mint is going to start struggling a lot here. A lot of these SS are not fighting properly against, they're hitting riflemen, which is going to be detrimental to this fight for him. A lot of knights coming in. 83 out of 87. I was not looking at the Maroon, at the clock here. Maroon looks like he's going in for the win here. And even if Yellow joins in now, it's not going to, like, he's not going to be able to do anything. 84 income, he's Night Rush versus Night Rush. Mint doing everything he can to defend. But it does look like 84 income, I'm sorry, 84 cities, only a few more to go. And Yellow just barrels into Mint still. I think he is trying to push into a couple cities. No, I'm actually not sure what's happening here. Maroon looking for any city that he can grab. 86 out of 87. He only needs 86 with 9 seconds left to go. And I think he's going to take it. 88 cities, 89, 4 seconds to go. And it's going to be a GG for Maroon, I think. Yeah, the GG for Tap the Slap. Holy shit, Tap the Slap and Fresh. Wow, that was a really good alliance there. Harakiri and Jack versus Tap and Slap and Fresh for a good chunk of that game. Oof. Yeah, I mean, a lot went on in that game. Mint, Harakiri just absolutely fighting everybody. Fresh had an amazing game. Fresh fought, I don't know, 3, 4 people early in the early game, and then he got teamed, I think, by everybody alive at one point. And he had to kind of back up. He only had Europe. He had a really good defense. Um, he had a great defense in Malta against Maroon. Um, wow, I honestly, even too much happened to recap, but a lot of great plays from a lot of great players there. Fresh just doing an amazing job defending in Europe. Tap the Slap coming back after he got kind of decimated there. I think he was stuck with only the Middle East for a moment. Harakiri had the northern half, but again, that was really hard push for him. North to south is always hard, and those SS make it difficult. Fresh doing the backstab on Tap the Slap and killing all of his SS fleet. Uh, what else happened? I mean, the absolute massive tank battle. I mean, can we see? Oh no, it doesn't go over. That's so sad. I would love to see how many tanks were absolutely just pushed into South Russia. I mean, we had South Russia, Central Russia, and Volga in flames from just multiple tank groups worth of tanks. Um, but it was a really good game. I happy to see. I think Tap the Slap's NA, so I'm happy to see NA win it. Obviously, they're we don't always win the NA game. Oh, I crashed. But we love to see that we pulled the W away there. So Tap the Slap, uh send me your PayPal and I'll get that to you soon. Um, but yeah, GG everybody. Everybody played super well. Thanks for coming for the NA game. Again, every Friday, every Saturday we do games. 6 EST for Saturday, and then I think for Europe that's like midnight-ish. I'm not exactly sure. And then Friday games, I think are 4 EST, and then around 10 p.m. for Europe or Middle Europe. I forget though. But yeah, GG everybody. Please come like, subscribe. We love to have you all here. So if you guys like the content, please join the Discord server. We're always trying to do tournaments. We're pretty much always doing at least one tournament a week, but we try to do two. Um, yeah, so come hang out with us. We're in the Discord. We talk a lot. If you want to meet some people, or if you want to try to get better, there's a lot of people in the channels who like to kind of give advice. So if you're new, just come